What
Yeah,
is
we can.
going on with the Suns, man? Oh my God.
They're trash, bro. They lost to the Hawks tonight.
Yeah, I saw that.
Bro, the thing is that team was forced to make a move. Like Bradley Beal, we can talk. Oh, is shit. Is a horrible deal. Whatever, whatever. And I'll agree with you, right? But I think that Aiden contract got them stuck, and you also had to get rid of Chris Paul.
hmm.
So they kind of had to bite the bullet on that one, right?
They did. They did. There was a lot going on for them. Like,
Yeah,
because their owner came in, he had that Steve Ballmer bug, where he thinks that he could buy a championship team. Then they changed the CBA, and now they're stuck. I think the Bradley Beal was a nail in the coffin for this team.
yeah. It was either pay Bradley Beal or pay Aiden.
Yeah, and then this Phoenix Suns team, it represents a lot in the NBA. It represents the end of
A
this
new
quote
era.
unquote big three shit. That shit is over.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not
you also
happening
see
anymore.
you also see like a guy like Nurkic, right? He's not an NBA player anymore.
Ooh. The thing is, it's like the way they're stuck, right? They're stuck
Yeah.
because they can't do shit. Like, they're stuck because it's almost like every offseason, this team, they gotta just get veteran minimum player guys. That's it.
Yeah.
And then let's say they sign a guy like Tyus Jones, right, for 1 year. Let's say Tyus Jones had like a breakout season. Next year, even though if they give him like a mid-level deal, they're gonna have to pay the tax on top of that, which makes it seem like they're paying him almost, I don't want to say max money, but they're gonna be paying him almost double his salary. Meanwhile, he's only making one side of his salary, but it's costing the team a lot more, and he's only gonna have like minimum player or just mid-level player stats or effect. So it's a weird situation they're in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, because eventually it's gonna get to some point where they're gonna just have to bail out on the team, because every minimum player or just kind of mid-level player they buy, they gotta pay double the price, because they're paying into the tax. It's almost like what's that player name? Grayson Allen. They gave him a contract, but when you look at how much it cost them to give him that contract, he's technically on their books as like a multi-million-dollar player.
Yeah.
Like, he's on a big salary, but in reality, he's only making like whatever he's making, which is probably like a nice little mid-level contract. They couldn't let him walk away for free, because their only option after that is to get a minimum player, because they're over the cap. So they signed him for about 15 mil a year. 15, and it goes up to 18, 19 mil, right? But in reality, it probably cost them almost 35 mil. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're paying into the tax. Grayson Allen's like, oh, I got 15 mil, 18 mil a year. But in reality, they have it on their books as they're paying him like 35 mil a year. And that's the problem with the Phoenix Suns. That's why they could never get better. And then the same thing would happen for guys like anyone on their team. Tyus Jones, if he gets a brand new deal, it's going to be the same way. They're going to pay a tax on top. So the
Yeah.
owner, the owner
Tyus
at some
Jones,
point, he's not going to want to do this.
Monte Miller, Tyus Jones.
So just imagine if any one of those guys had a breakout season. The guys on a 1 year deal. So let's say Plumlee somehow had a breakout season, Tyus Jones, right? So Phoenix
Yeah.
has the advantage to go over the cap and re-sign these guys, right? So when they
Yeah.
do, let's say they re-sign it for 10 mil a year, their owner's really gonna be paying like 25.
Yeah, because he has to pay the tax for
Yeah.
the second apron tax, so they're fucked.
Yes, it's not even gonna. Yo, man, it's crazy, bro. It's not gonna work out, bro. And KD at some point, man, like, to me, he wasted, like, once they got the Bradley Beal situation, he was wasting time from that
I just
moment.
think Phoenix was just desperate. They threw something at Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, and Aiden weren't panning out, obviously. And you had to make some move where Aiden wanted to be out, so you get like more salary relief with Nurkic and Chris Paul. You try to flip him for a younger star in Bradley Beal.
Hmm.
It was just a shit situation.
Yeah, and then Bradley Beal's agent actually had came out and told Brian Windhorst that they're not waiving their trade clause.
Why
They're
would
not
they?
waiving it. And the Suns organization, just like the Wizards, they're gonna apply that pressure because the Wizards kind of forced Beal out. They're gonna apply that
Yeah,
pressure somehow.
yeah, and I don't know how.
Yo, for a lot of these players like KD, like a lot of the top tier guys going forward, if I was them on how they have their team, like the PR person, the stylist or whatever.
Yeah,
If I was those guys, I would hire someone who understands the cap. Because I think if KD has someone like that on his team, he would have rejected that Bradley Beal deal. He would have told the Suns
yeah, I
reject
agree.
that because that affects his legacy. Like, because he was going after a chip, and it's like now Bradley Beal's on the squad. It's over.
Yeah,
That's a nail on the coffin. Like, he's not gonna produce like no $50 million a year player, and you still have no center on the team. So that's crazy.
yeah,
That is crazy. Like KD's legacy is pretty much already it's written, man. Like it's just gonna be stats from here. It's gonna be stats from here. Cause even with the new rules, right? You look at his salary, KD making 51, 54 mil a year. Like, who the fuck can make a trade for a player like that? You have to match the salary. You know what I mean? Like, you would have to match it.
yeah.
Like only I would see, like, I could think off the top of my head, the Knicks, if they wanted to trade Karl Anthony Towns and then another player and involve a third team, they could make that trade happen. Like, it would have to be a massive deal like that, like on
Yeah.
that level. Like, it's kind of crazy, but then again, you're giving up a lot. KD is what, 36 now. Next season is gonna be 37. Then a free agent at age 38. It's like, man, man, KD really fucked this up, bro. Ever since he was in Brooklyn, he really fucked up his chances. He
Yeah,
really
one
should
hundred
just
percent.
he should have just stayed in Brooklyn and traded Kyrie.
I mean, you'd probably be better off for like whatever they got, Dorian Finney-Smith, I guess. No,
Yeah.
you know what? They probably would have got some other point guard. That's interesting. I wouldn't know who they have gotten.
Who, Brooklyn?
Yeah, if they traded Kyrie, kept Kevin Durant, I wonder what they would have done.
I mean, to me, they would have been in position even right now to get a guy like Jimmy Butler. They probably would have
Yeah,
been
they
a
could have been in a better position to get another star.
yeah, or even Karl Anthony Towns. Who knows? They could have had KD, Karl Anthony Towns, and Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
You never know. But KD for sure would have been in a better position to chase after a championship because we all know he's trying to win one without the Warriors because now Curry could say, yo, we won one in 2022 with no KD. So we
yeah.
official. It's like Kobe. Kobe won the two without Shaq. It meant way more than the other three. You know
Oh,
what I'm
one hundred
saying?
percent.
It's
Because the other three, he wasn't the main player.
yeah. And KD still is yearning for that because when
Well, Steph already got his moments.
yeah, when Steph got that ring in 2022, all the pressure was on KD.
Yeah, he's not matching that shit, bro. His Jokic, Giannis is their league now. Tatum.
Yeah, it's like all the pressure was on KD.
I mean, dude, honestly, like, I'm gonna be that guy. Oklahoma, if he wants a home run, if he wants a reunion, whatever, Oklahoma's his best bet. He won't have to be the focal point. He could play off of Shea Gilgis.